Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good? It's your boy the Blackest of Mics, aka the Black Mic, and this is the Black Mic TV. Welcome back. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. And I'm definitely going to give you a reason to subscribe with us. So in this episode, I'm going to show you guys the difference between using a sample and actually flipping a sample. Now, I have another video that explains the differences between the two, but this is more of a visual aid based on what we discussed in the other video. I'm gonna put a link at the top. So I'm gonna play the sample right here. And a big shout out to the producer Gibbo creating these amazing samples. Okay, now that's pretty much the sample that I'm going to be using. So sampling is simply to record or take an excerpt from a creation that already exists, right? So in this case, he created a sample. So we're going to be using what he created to manipulate however, or just add drums to it, add bass to it, add some sound effects, just add sounds, just add, right? But not really altering his creation. This is the basic creation here. Now, that is sampling. Cool. And that's using a sample, using a loop. Now, flipping a sample, which would be altering it in another way to kind of sounds different, whether it be the timing, whether it be chopping a sample in different ways, it makes it a little less recognizable from what it originally was. So here's some chops that I did to this already sample, right? I time stretched it down by 33%. To give it a different type of timing. So let me just remind you what the sample sounds like. All right, we got that. So now I just slowed it down a bit. Just a whole nother vibe. That time it makes it feel like it's something totally different. This will be flipping it because it turns it into something totally different than this. That's more like a triplet sort of vibe. So it went from a triplet to a quarter note sort of vibe, like. So the timing is real different. So by flipping the sample, you just introduce other things, and you can get real stylish with it, but to make it sound different than what it was. And that right there is already like one of the simplest flips that I could think about. So the amazing thing about sampling is you can do whatever you want to it. But I do challenge people to be more creative. A lot of times people just want to take a sample and use the sample as is. No difference, no other added thoughts to them. Take the 1 2 3 and make something out of the 1 2 3 versus taking the 1 2 3 and make it a 1 3 2 or 3 2 1 or a 2 2 1 or a 3 3 1. It's all about creating a real difference from just getting something as you got it and just becoming more creative with it instead of taking it for what it was. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on anybody who just wants to use what sounds good, a good loop, and just make a song out of it. But by flipping a sample, a lot of your DNA goes into that. Something that you created from a creation goes into that versus just the same old thing that anybody got. Now this sample right here, anybody could use it as is. And most producers probably use it as is. By flipping a sample, you can get away with using a sample that somebody else used, but also get credit for using it in a more creative way. So this is my video just breaking down the difference between looping a sample versus actually flipping a sample. So you let me know in the comments, what do you prefer to do? Do you prefer to use loops? Do you prefer to flip the sample, making it beyond recognition for what it originally was, or just using, you know, the essence of what it is because it's good enough for you. So let me know in the comments. No judgment either way. I'm actually judging you now, but seriously, if you did like this video, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, comment below, let me know your thoughts on this. How do you use the samples? So I'm your boy, the Blackest of Mics. Peace.
Fire!